Welcome to the series Bums on Seats,
where top marketing professionals tell us how they see the world of marketing and advertising.
I mean, obviously content is an important word, and I'm assuming it's very important for you. How do you see it? How do you define it? How do you make use of it?
I think it's actually really interesting, just having come on off the back of a World Cup, and you look at what Paddy Power and you look at a lot of other brands as well. There's definitely been a bit more of a shift of people and brands looking more towards longer form and content marketing. Mm-hmm. And it's been going on a while, but if you look at the microcosm of the World Cup and you take brands such as Nike and Samsung, etc., they're really pushing some of their longer form content. It's something at Paddy Power that we're doing more and more, I think. But I think there are certain ingredients that you have to get right before you start trying to do content marketing. And I think, first of all, you've got to be genuine to what your brand is. And that's a very easy thing to say, but too often I think people are trying to manufacture content because they think they need to. Yeah. You've got to have a message that people are interested in. Yeah. I mean, if you go into the pub and you're just having a normal conversation, you've got to talk about stuff that people are interested in. Otherwise, they're not going to talk to you. And it's the same way from brands. So I think you've got to be genuine. You've got to be topical. Being as reactive as possible is also a key area. But if you're adding value to people's lives, which is what the main benefit of this content is, then I think you'll be winning. But it isn't something where you should be sticking a stake in the ground and saying, right, we need to make sure we're developing X pieces of content. You need to decide what you're trying to achieve, what your customer base is interested in, and therefore what is it that fits that.
Content's critical for our brand and is becoming more and more critical every week that we move forward. We're becoming so efficient within the purchasing funnel that actually content is what's going to deliver us more like-minded customers. It's not about volume of content, it's about accuracy of content in the market that can attract those like-minded customers who will love Eurotunnel le Shuttle when they get here. It's really useful to partner with other websites, so tourist boards, etc., because they get more time at the destination, so there's a real win-win on content for us.
What we have really learned and understood and kind of grappled to the ground in terms of how we make it work is around a more editorial and flexible approach to our marketing planning. So instead of everything being defined through the marketing planning process that along with every company we have as part of the planning cycle, you define what you're wanting to achieve and your objectives, but you give yourself that flexibility to go, oh, it's interesting, the papers are all getting very overexcited about the changes to mortgage rules this week. Didn't see that one coming because they're not very exciting changes. Daily Mail thinks it's exciting, search goes up. How can we respond to that and talk about mortgages this week rather than what might have been on a traditional plan of, oh, we can't do this for another 6 weeks because it's insurance's turn this week. So that kind of flexibility and responsiveness is to me the really key thing, because the reason being is it drives real relevance, because you're talking to people about what they're interested in when they're interested in it, rather than when it happens to be handy because you agreed 9 months ago that
and the creative's ready for that now.
And the creative's ready, exactly. And that in itself has been really interesting, because having that kind of relevance theme there and really then making sure that you've got the kind of process behind it and the people and the whole setup to create it in the moment.
So from us here at Team Darwin, thanks for watching. See you next time.